Hi, I'm Erin and this is Nayali, and today we are baking a French tart. And the history of the French tart is that in the 1800s, in a small hotel owned by these two sisters, Caroline and Stephanie Tatin, and that was their last name, and that's how the tart Tatin became, because they took on their last name because they kind of invented it. And how they invented it was Stephanie was really busy one day in the kitchen of the hotel, and she put the pie filling in before she put the pie crust on, and she just decided that that'd be okay, and she put it in the oven and baked it a little too long because she was preoccupied by what was going on in the kitchen. So she took it out, flipped it over, and put it on a plate, and that was how the tart became known as the tart. And from then on, they've been eating tarts as desserts in French on special occasions or like holidays, and that's that.
And we picked the tart because it looked really cool and delicious.
Okay, some of the ingredients you're going to need for making the tart is 1 1/4 cup of flour, which in French is 1 et 1 quart de farine tout usage, which is all-purpose flour. And you're going to need 3 cuillères à soupe de sucre brun, which is 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. You're going to need une demi-tasse de lemon curd, which is a half cup of lemon curd. And you're going to need frites uns de crème fromage à la crème ramolli, which is softened cream cheese, and that's 8 ounces of that.
And you're gonna need an œuf, which is 1 egg, une demi-tasse de beurre, which is a half cup of butter, and une tranche de fruit free. Berries or sliced fruit.
And those will go on the top of the tart. Some other things that we think are important for you to know are some cooking terms, and the ones that we chose that were important would be chaleur, which is to heat, and four, which is oven. And we thought these two would be important because you're going to be baking your tart in the oven, and so you need to know four, which is oven, and you're going to be heating it in the oven, so chaleur, which is to heat.
Some other things you will need to know is mélanger, which means to mix, and we're mixing the ingredients. Réfrigérer, which means you need to refrigerate, and we're refrigerating the whole thing to put the berries on top after. And pâté, which means dough, and we are making the dough for the crust.
Okay, to cook our tart, we have preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're going to make a crust.
For the ingredients of the crust, we need flour, brown sugar, butter, and 1 egg.
And we're going to mix them together until a dough forms. So, let's start. We're going to dump the flour in. Make sure all of it gets out of the bowl.
Here, okay.
Here, no, I have something. Allie, come back. This is like stuck to the bottom, guys. We fail at cooking. Don't do what we're doing. Close enough. And then you'll need the tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons.
And then 1 egg. And just dump it on.
Well, don't throw the egg in with the shell on, because that'd be bad.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. Maybe.
Do you want me to do it? Woohoo! And now we're gonna mix this. And what you're gonna do is just like beat it all together until a dough starts to form. And then once that happens, we're gonna put it in the oven. We're back and the dough has been mixed. While I was mixing the dough, Nayali put away some of our ingredients that needed to be refrigerated so that while the tart crust is cooking, they don't like sit out in the warm. So what we have to do now is Nayali is going to put some flour on her fingers so the dough doesn't stick to her hand, and she's going to put it in the tart pan, and this is a 9 by 1 inch tart pan, and it's ungreased.
It should be sticky.
And then you're going to press it down and make sure it coats the bottom and up the sides, and then when you're done doing that, you're going to put it in the oven for 13 to 15 minutes or until it's golden brown, and then once it's done cooking, you take it out and you wait 45 minutes for it to cool down before you do anything else. Do you want help? Okay. I'll be back. I'm going to put the flour somewhere. Okay, this is what it should look like when you have finished pressing it to the bottom of this pan, and you're going to put it in the oven, which is Again, it's heated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're gonna let it cook for 13 to 15 minutes, and then you're gonna take it out and let it cool for 45 minutes. So we're gonna put it in the oven. Oh, and there's pans in there. Stop. Put it in the oven, and I don't think it matters what style. And it's gonna bake for 13 to 15 minutes.
And now we're gonna take it out of the oven. It's been about 14 minutes.
Okay, for our next step, we are going to make the thing that goes on top of the tart. I'm not sure what you would call it, a cream or whatever, but you're gonna mix the lemon curd with some cream cheese in this bowl and mix it on medium speed with the electric mixer until it is smooth. So we're gonna do that, and then after that, it goes in the fridge and for an hour. This stuff is really sticky, so be careful. You can put the cream cheese in there. Mix it up.
So this is what it looks like, and now we gotta put it in the fridge for an hour.
Okay, for the last step of our tart, we have our lovely cream that we made, and we're going to put it on the tart, and you're just going to scoop it out of the bowl and pop it in the middle, and then spread it out. And then once you're done spreading it out all over the tart, you're going to garnish it with the fruit, and Nayeli is cutting up some strawberries right now, and when I'm done adding all of this to the top, we will put the fruit on it and then eat.
And I'm just finishing putting all the fruit on it, and this is what the final looks like.